Hawk 2-1, and now he finally goes up against HeavOnEarth in control.
What does Quantic mean, by the way, Quantic Gaming?
Why are you putting me on the spot?
I did, though. I just did. That just happened. Ask me what evil geniuses means.
What does evil genius mean, Jeff?
Have you never watched a villain movie? Come on! It's James Bond, man.
You're putting me in holes, man. Putting me in holes.
Quantic Gaming, is that like time travel, like Quantum Leap? A fantastic show. Quantum Leap? It's like 3 people old enough to know what show that is. I watched it. Good. What? Captain Planet? There's one guy young enough to have watched that show over there. So. Well, there we go. There's my sign. Thank you. It's like some studios have an applause sign. I have a trollolol sign, actually.
That's all you need, man.
Yep.
But yeah, here we are. Game number 1, top left location. We have the blue Protoss player, Inka, representing Team QxGiNkA, his opponent in the bottom right. It's going to be the purple Zerg player, HeavOnEarth, and Shakur's Plateau looks like Inka starting off with a Forge fast expand. Not too unusual.
Pretty standard stuff. And he's scouting out HeavOnEarth, seeing, okay, this looks to be a fast expansion. Look at that, a drone was actually sneaky over there.
Yeah. The hatchery actually gets down, which is something you never want to have that happen.
Overlord's staring down at you.
Could be.
If that Overlord's not there, Inka is cannon rushing right now. I guarantee it. Okay, that's just what's going to happen. But with that Overlord there, he doesn't have the confidence in spending the money on it, so he's just going to have to settle for a Nexus after Forge build, which is not too shabby.
No, not bad at all. But yeah, you never want to let that hatchery go down. HeavOnEarth with a really cool move, hiding that drone, and then moving it down to the natural expansion once the probe was near the mineral line. So pretty cool move there by HeavOnEarth, also taking his spawning pool and first gas. Meanwhile, Inka taking his Nexus, adding on a gateway, and he knows he can delay the cannon a little bit because there's no potential of aggression and slings are out, and the spawning pool is not done yet, Chef.
Do you know what town Inka's from, by the way?
Dallas.
He is Dallas?
Yes.
Okay. There we go. I've been saying it for a while. I did not know which town he's from, so Inka's representing Dallas.
Yes.
And HeavOnEarth represents Houston, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right. Yes. He goes to the University of Houston, so shout out to that school.
So it's Houston, Dallas, and Austin being represented here. Is there any other Texas towns that people are from?
San Antonio.
Taylor, Lewis.
What
was that one? Braunfels? New Braunfels.
New Braunfels, I think it's pronounced.
Sounds like a dog food.
Also, anyone from San Antonio? There we go. There we go.
I'll tell you what, you guys, like this is the Texas has come out to support this tournament. It's pretty awesome. Pat yourself on the back. I mean, that's esports is going to grow with people traveling to go see these events and do these things. So, you know, thank you to you guys for making this possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And give yourselves a round of applause. Staying here till almost 10 p.m.
I know.
Awesome. While a football game is going on, whatever that is, I don't know.
They won 43-0.
They did. Congratulations.
Not trolling. That's something that was actually said. Apparently, teams in Texas win by that kind of a margin. That doesn't happen in Washington. Usually, it's the other way around. Be that as it is, let's get a little bit more into the game. HeavOnEarth. Actually, I don't even have my little handy-dandy overlays up. Pretty happy with just 2 bases for now. Not looking to take a third too quick. Of course, as I say that, I immediately have to be wrong. There goes the drone.
Yeah, going up to
take a third.
Top right to take that third. Maybe. Probably. Saving up that money, so that will go down. Also, getting up on the gas count, so have to see what he ends up doing with that. Inka, meanwhile, putting down a Stargate.
Yep.
And this is a tricky timing. I mean, ideally, you want to get that Stargate down so you can get a Void Ray out so you can delay the third. But the thing is, HeavOnEarth already putting his third down could easily get a Spore Caller down in time to defend against any potential Void Ray aggression.
Well, I mean, that's just the natural predator of this build. Like, you don't do a Stargate build because you think that the Zerg's not going to make any defenses. You do a Stargate build because you want to force them to make defenses, and you want to limit the information they can get while getting information for yourself. So this isn't some crazy all-in or something like that. There's not a second Stargate hidden anywhere. It's just, this is a good way to scout while causing damage to your opponent.
Yeah, and what I'm really looking at here is the rally point of this Stargate. Does it go to the main or to that third? It looks like he's rallying to the main for now, but that could change. Also, keep in mind, creep spread hasn't really happened yet. So when reinforcing, when trying to fight away the Void Rays of the Queens, it's going to be hard to reinforce because the creep isn't connected. Obviously, when the Queens are on creep, they go a little faster, Jeff.
Look at these Overlords. I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to have a little bit of a creep highway, actually. Watch when that lair kicks in.
Oh yeah, it's good fun.
Heaven on Earth, you and I are synced up with our brains, my friend. I think you're awesome.
That is actually a really cool move by Heaven on Earth there. Has he spotted the Stargate?
He can do it right now. He can do it now.
He's going to do it soon.
He can do it real soon. Right now.
Let's call it right on the dot, Jeff. Are you
drop that creep? I mean, they're in position to do this. Don't make me a liar, Heaven on Earth. Don't do that right now.
Here he goes. Oh.
I'm actually not... We're going to stare at these Overlords all game long.
And we're going to ignore this Void Ray in the main base of Heaven on Earth, taking down the Queen. And there's a Spore Crawler.
Look away! God. Every time. Okay, well, fully charged Void Ray does have that Queen kill, like you said. Now being more of a nuisance. Second Void Ray coming in to join. Gotta get out of here, Queen.
Looks like the Queen is going to go down. Oh, and it does get lifted up, and GiNkA just going to cancel. It wants nothing to do with that Spore Crawler.
There it is. Guys, there it is. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just so excited about it. Now, GiNkA's going to push out again. We've seen this before. I won't make the mistake of saying he's not going to commit to this. I think what GiNkA does with this is he just feels it out. If the Zerg is not appreciating it or not respecting it or not in a place to defend it, this will spill over into a real attack.
Yeah, and GiNkA has to be very careful. He does not want to overextend himself and lose his entire army. Taking out an Overlord there, putting down a forward pylon, has plenty of gateways to reinforce. The Zerg's coming in from the side, surrounding the sentries. The horses go down, though. Are the sentries going to survive or not? They are so important to this competition, but they do go down. Only Zealots remain. And these Lings doing so much damage to GiNkA right now.
Yeah, that got everything. I mean, that was the equivalent of the truck accident scene from Office Space. You've seen that, where the guy gets bulldozed by a truck? Not a good reference? I think it's a good reference. Anyways, the Zerglings just bowled over that entire Protoss army. Just never stood a chance when it takes an angle like that. He needed the force fields to keep them at bay, and now GiNkA, these Zealots are going to get ran down.
Yeah, I mean, GiNkA maybe overextending himself a little, of course, not having his army clumped together when the Lings ran in. That definitely hurt him a little bit. And these Lings going to surround the Zealots, and they're all going to go down.
Wow.
Void Rays doing some damage here. Not much anti-air, barring the Spore Crawler that's desperately trying to burrow in the ground.
GiNkA not targeting the weakened Void Ray. GiNkA's trashing this up with his air units. I mean, his ground army got trampled, but he is in MVP mode right now with these air units.
Yeah, that Void Ray has 1 HP if we're ignoring the blue shields. Spore Crawler's going down. I don't think they're going to be in range, though, to hit these Void Rays. And this hatchery may go down, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, he's lost so many Queens. He's going to have another one pop out here in just a moment. Spore Crawler does pop up, so it will be in range if they try to pick it up with their Graviton beams. But this hatchery does go down, and GiNkA has done an amazing job with these air units, maybe even getting a Queen here. Getting a Queen.
Wow. Oh, and a Fungal goes down on the Stargate army.
And then killing it. Infestor! Does he know? Oh! Another Infestor goes down.
All the Spore Crawler army right now.
A third Infestor dies.
And
it gets away. Holy crap. That Void Ray is a top gun, man. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, and in the meantime, keep in mind, Heaven on Earth, getting that crew spread out there, pretty cool to see also. Look at the income tab, 75 to 58 in favor of him. So once this hatchery gets down, he will be able to saturate that base immediately. And what does GiNkA do from here? Looks like he may be preparing to take a third. I don't expect him to push out here. But we'll see.
GiNkA is going to go charge lot Archon. He's getting for himself Sonic Storm, which is actually... There's a hard counter to Ling Infestor. That's it.
Yes.
GiNkA reading his opponent brilliantly, getting so much value out of his Stargate units. Void Ray was 16 kills. The other one had something like that too, maybe even more. 5 or 6 Queens dead, a hatchery, Overlords up to wazoo. I mean, those air units, holy Toledo.
Yeah.
If anyone's making a highlight video of this tournament, they are going to be on it. But here's the big test. I mean, these infestors still have a lot of energy.
Yes.
And Inka's army, it's going to be a feedback versus fungal battle.
Yes. Positioning is going to be, so important in this upcoming engagement. The good thing for Inka here, he has an observer over his opponent's army.
Look at this.
So he can see all of it. So here he goes, leading with the high tempo as the feedback stop. The storm goes down on the Lings, melting away about half of them and leaving the rest in very low health. Inka continuing to surge forward. Spinecrawler's trying to move up to get in a better position, but another feedback going down. HeavOnEarth has to be very careful, Jeff.
Yeah, and Inka's just plowing forward. He really wants those feedbacks. There's one. And his zealots are left alone. It's just infestors. Where's the army of HeavOnEarth? It's dead. Inka's surging forward. I don't know if HeavOnEarth can stop it.
Nice force field trying to trap those infestors. They're going to try to flee up to the third, but they're going to get sniped away. One gets away, but yeah, where's HeavOnEarth's army? I don't think he has a Roachhorn on the field, which is what you need against this. And, oh my god, Inka. There's the GG! By the way, I got a definition for you. A homogeneous function of two or more variables having rational and irrational coefficients. Quantic.
Okay.
It took me a while.
We all got that, right? Yeah, okay.
But yeah, man.
Now, how does that tie into esports?
Give me a minute.
Yeah. You're doing excellent PR work. It's okay. Okay, so Antigua's going to be the next map.
Now, it's important to note, I don't think there's any sort of extended series rule here, because this is a rematch between the two players. But Inka is up 1-0. That means he's one win away from the grand finals. And it looks like HeavOnEarth choosing Antigua. A very intriguing choice.
He must have something planned, because this is the kind of map that I could see Inka even picking against him.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people consider this Protoss favored late game, so